Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
Michael here. Do you remember that movie, Paul Blart Mall Cop? The movie where a mall cop wrestled a woman in the middle of the store because he called her fat.
But I'm still on it. We both are, stranded. Let's face it, we eat to fill a void, right?
Yeah, that movie. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Much better. This is not a junior police sticker, and this is a real mustache. Well, do you remember this scene?
You aren't gonna touch her, but you are gonna feel this. Nobody wins with a headbutt.
The headbutt, an aggressive and forceful thrust with the top of the head, especially into the face of another person. Headbutts can come in many different degrees of forces. You can tap someone with your head and have no effect at all. You can knock into their head, resulting in pain. Or you can smash into their heads, resulting in unconsciousness. Our goal today is to see how hard you have to hit someone with a headbutt in order to make them pass out. First things first, we can go through a long, complicated list of equations, each equation branching off into another equation until we can no longer comprehend anything but equations, or we could just base it off of some injury that already happened. To find examples of people getting knocked out, what sport better to investigate but football? Not this one! I'm talking about American football. Americans being Americans. Now, after a little bit of investigating, I found a case of a football player knocked out on the field. Here's the clip.
Change since I played. We have had great defenses, but teams go into a game with 4, 5, 6 different cases. That's one for Joyner where you wonder why.
So now, we're going to find out how many newtons of force the football player Teddy Bridgewater was hit by to get an estimate of how hard you have to get hit in the head to pass out. According to the Socratic.org, the equation for force is mass times acceleration. To figure out the mass, we're going to... Well, multiple sources say that Teddy Bridgewater is 215 pounds, which is 97.5224 kilograms. Using the equation for mass, weight divided by acceleration of gravity, we're going to put everything into place and transfer kilograms to newtons. When we're working with mass, we describe the weight in newtons. Now all we need is the acceleration of gravity. There are lots of different approximations to how many meters per second all objects drop at. We're going to go by what the physics classroom says, which is 9.8 meters per second. So if we do the division... No, cut the camera! We end up with 9.5, which we could just round up to 10. So Teddy Bridgewater has an approximate mass of 10 kilograms, which we're going to change to normal grams, which is 10,000. Now, here's what the equation looks like. So now, let's focus on the A.
What do the A's say?
The A in this equation stands for acceleration.
The A says... The A says...
So now, we have to figure out how fast Teddy here increased in speed. Let's start with the denominator, which is time.